All right, I'm live with dealing with Hugging Face here, Assimilate Hugging Face. And again, I am going to use my best friend here, Rust. And let's take a look real quick at what I'm talking about. So if you just go to crates.io here, and we type in Rust Birch, a couple things that we can look into is ready to use NLP pipelines and language models. And so one of the things that's kind of fun is that we can do Rust-based Hugging Face, and there's a bunch of different things that you can do inside of here, from zero-shot classification to summarization to translation, and we can see all this stuff here. So because it's using the existing PyTorch bindings, I can actually easily do GPU-based operations as well, because I already have a GPU environment set up. So let's go ahead and get this thing cooking here. So what I'm going to do is take a look at this repo, which is the one that's designed for Hugging Face here. And I think an easy one to play around with maybe would be to do like, let's take a look at some of the examples here. So we got question answering, translation. Now let's see how hard that is. Oh wow, this looks pretty good. Doesn't look too horrible here. Let's try this out. Let's try to build a translator. So and do it with GPU. So what I can do here is go back to this Rust PyTorch GPU environment here, and I'm going to launch it, because it should be trivial to create a project that allows us to use a GPU. So let's go ahead and say Hugging Face. We'll call this one PyTorch right here. This one's PyTorch. This will be Hugging Face GPU example of translation. There we go. So I guess first up, what I'll need to do is just make a new project. And in fact, I think I have some lyrics that are in Spanish. I want to translate some Spanish lyrics to English. So we'll say a goal, translate a Spanish song to English, because my Spanish is okay, but not great. So we're going to, step one, we're going to say cargo new, translate. Let's go ahead and build that out. First up. Now, again, because I've already got this GPU environment set up, this should be not too bad. And CD into it. Okay, so CD into translate. Now, if we go over to this, we just need to make sure we install this. So we'll say copy, and we'll go here, and we'll go to translate, and we'll just put this. Now, just because it's going to take a while to install, we should just do like a make lint. Yeah, or whoops, I need to copy a make file from above to here, and we'll just do like, and this is just going to take a long time to just put like 6 gigs of stuff. So what's nice though is this will run for a while and get everything local, and then allows me to even open up a new shell and build out this command line tool. In fact, we do want to use a command line tool as well. So we'll actually install this clap here like that. And then we can also touch a source file. So I'll say source id.rs. There we go. And then inside of, let's just close a few of these things. We can do, well, we probably want something like this as well in the main file. So let's do something like that. And we want to put the right things in here. We'll just say like a Hugging Face translation tool. Face translation tool in Rust. There we go. And we would just we're just going to have a very simple thing that just says translate, but with a T, translate. And we're let's see, the I think we want to say translate, and we want to say path, and we want to do this, translate. We want to say path. Okay, so something like this. It looks pretty good. And then if we go to lib, we can put stuff in here. So we can do like a library that uses Hugging Face to translate text. But I do have the text inside of here somewhere. So let's grab this from, I think it's in SQLite Hugging Face lyrics. So let's just grab this. And I'll just say touch lyrics. Lyrics.txt. Okay. So there we go. These are the lyrics. Sung by Mana. Perfect. And now, as this thing is still installing all that stuff, I mean, and we can even see like how long it's going to take, because I can just say watch target. I can say watch du-ash target. Okay, there we go. So it's almost done. It's because it's I think 6 gigs of stuff. But basically, go back to the lib here, and we need to copy. We could even seed this with the official docs here. Like, you could even say like, it should look this roughly. So this just kind of sets we have to set the correct seed or the correct prompt here. And so what I would do is do this, use Rustburt pipelines, and then we want to say build a translation, build a function that reads file, returns string. And we want to build a function that reads a file and translates it. So you can do hub, right? Because we're going to use this in our command line tool. And then the inputs text would be, let the input text be equal to the path. We want to go to that should help us out. We needed a helper function. That input will be, we want to say read file path. Hopefully that works. And we can get rid of this one. So now let's do a make format. Let's do a make lint. Now we see what happens. And this with targets, let output model. Yeah, that actually is with source language English. Okay, so let mutable file, not, oh, we need to import file, right? We can clean up these comments now. We don't need that. And we can go back here to format. Format it. Okay, so what do we got here? So we have failed to resolve use of undeclared. Oh, anyhow. So we do need to install that. Anyhow. Go. And we need to put this here. Oh, that was the lib is good. And considering added a main function to the source. Okay, that's right. So now we can get rid of, yeah, we can get rid of that one. And we can go back here. And we just need to create the main function now. So hopefully this is pretty easy, right? Create main. We just prompt it, see what happens here. All right, translate. Now, with target languages, Spanish, French, and we want to say Spanish. I mean, we could clean this up a little bit, but I think in theory this should work. We'll format this. Now, the issue that looks, see, this is not what we want though. Using namespace, translate. No, now we need to take this out, right? Because that's one of the annoying things about Copilot so far with Rust. Is it doesn't know about library code. All right, let's build this out. We can just say to create main. Right. I guess I could seed it a little bit more here. If I go to fn, there we go. Commands translate file. That looks, I think, what I want. Translate file. This is going to use that helper method. Okay, make format, make lint. What happens? Okay, what do we got going on here? Expected. This is found. Let's go back here. So we have, oh, they have incompatible types here. Let's just go here and we'll say create a main function. And we'll say fn main expected but found results. That results. unreachable. What we could do is say, okay, if that, don't need that. Code expected one of these or an operator. Yes. So let's see here. Match args commands. Let results. See, that's maybe part of the issue, which is that do I really care? Let's look at his example. Let's look at an example. Translate this one. Oh, I see. So he does return that. Okay, so that is true. Let result. Oh, some. If we did like, see how he's doing this. He says, let output results if an if statement here. What does that do? No matching. Great main function. Yeah, I'm struggling here on how to translate file match format. Int. There we go. I just had to clean this thing. I think the issue was that it's returning this result was the problem. So in theory, I should be able to say cargo run -- we could say translate and then do lyrics path lyrics.txt. We're about to find out if translation works. It's a good sign. It's able to download some stuff from Hugging Face here. Whoa. Well, I think we have a slight issue in that I'm parsing the text wrong or something. So if we go back to the lib, what we need to do is actually verify we can read the file. So I need to add a read prints prints. There we go. We can add that. Let's just do the same thing and do print to just print what it sees. So it did print it. But now the question is, why is it not translating it? So we're reading the text, output, input text. Now, what does this mean? Extract. Let read file. Let's look at his instructions here. He says, oh, I see. Each one needs to be put into a array, I think. I think that could be the issue. That is the issue. And then we can say like input text, convert input to a vector. And so what we want to do is we can say let output, let array, because in this case, this is a, let's see, Rust data types array. I think it's just an array, which is just we want an array. So we basically, what we want to do is we want another function, build a function that returns an array of this of the lines of the file. That's what we care about. What we want to do is we want to comment this out. We want to say basically read file array path. Yeah. We would say text, let text equal read file array, and then we'll say let output, and we can say pass. Great. Pass in text to the model. I think that's all we need. How about that? Okay. So let's do translate. Well, but now I need to change source. The target. Oh, the source language is going to be Spanish. That's the problem. And then with target, we're going to say would be English. English. And we're going to say the output should be English. There we go. Yeah, if this works, I think I'm getting the hang of Rust Hugging Face coding, and it's not that bad, but don't want to get too confident yet. Whoa, that's cool. Wow, that's really cool. So I got it working. So that's awesome. And let's go to here. And what I'm going to do is type in NVIDIA SMI. So let's see, does this hit the GPU? And it does hit the GPU. Wow. And this is pretty quick too. It takes, wow, not too long, just a few seconds. Well, that's a good use. I mean, that's really like a pretty amazing use case here for TensorFlow. I'm sorry, for Hugging Face, and shows how amazing it is. So I'm going to put this into the docs and show how. Run it. Okay. Fully working GPU Hugging Face translator. Translation. Translation CLI in Rust. And let's just, to brag a little bit, let's just throw it in there. Let's put our code in here. Rust. There we go. Yeah, not bad. This is definitely pretty slick. So I could see a company wanted to use this. I think this is really cool. So get status. Let's go up a directory. Get status. Get add. Commit working GPU translation in Rust in Hugging Face. Okay, another victory for today, and not too bad. Weeks.